Hey, this message is for local referral-based mortgage professionals. It's going to be about 30 minutes long, and I'm going to focus on how to crush spring home buying season. If you are part of the Mortgage Coach community, I'm sure you've heard my talk about the digital shift era that we're in, but I think it's important to put it in the context of spring home buying season and just how much things have changed and why spring home buying season of 2019 it's special and it's a big opportunity if you deliver a sales experience that takes advantage of the fact that the realtor used to own the relationship with the consumer, and now the consumer, through the power of digital, through the power of mobile, has access to everything. The world has changed, and we like to call that era the digital shift era. This is a term I came up with an article with Kristen Messerling, and it really started in 2007 when the phone got smart. And let's face it, the biggest radical change that's happened to mortgage and real estate in more than a decade, it's not just home search on your mobile device, it's home search is now home entertainment. And if you're a mortgage professional, Zillow now owns a mortgage company. So does Redfin. And if you're a mortgage professional, you think you're concerned about the disruption and the changes happening in the mortgage industry? I mean, realtors are even more concerned. And here's another innovation. Keller Williams now owns a mortgage company. So this spring home buying season of 2019, you have more competition than you've ever had before. This is what spring home buying season of 2018 looked like. This was your competition. And in spring home buying season of 2019, this is your competition. There's a lot more channels of competition. This all happened within a single year. Opendoor and disruptors are in the space. Zillow is a new channel. Real estate companies, biggest real estate companies in the world, are a new channel. Brokers are scaling. Amazon is the talk of the town. It's coming to space. So how is that different? First, rate shopping. It was big last year. It's bigger this year. And what's even more different this year is it's not a question of if you get rate shopped. Everybody's rate shopping. The question is, when do they grind you? And do they grind you? And do they do it at the point of sale, or do they wait until you've put the home in escrow and you've done all the work? And so, I'm going to try to walk through some ideas and strategies that help you, one, not get shopped. If you get rate shopped, you win. And let's start with the mobile phone. There is an absolute battle being waged. Most local referral-based mortgage professionals aren't nearly as intentional and strategic as they should be about leveraging their mobile phone. And I'm going to show you some ideas, strategies, and scripts to do that. Just a minute. There's a war being waged for attention and trust, and the biggest brands in real estate and mortgage, they're getting after it. Really the biggest brands for attention and trust for local referral-based mortgage professionals are right here. The Zillow, the Keller, the Rocket, Redfin, they may be your competition, but you've got an unprecedented opportunity to use these channels to your advantage. And I want you to start thinking of Mortgage Coach as a channel. It's a platform that allows you to build a brand around advice and media. So a couple more big picture ideas, and then we're going to get into the specific scripts, strategies, and tactics. If you don't know what this acronym stands for, write it down. I'll tell you what the acronym stands for. If you were a retailer, you would know what this stands for. It's what Amazon can't do. And spring home buying this year is a big opportunity to bring this to real estate agents, because both you and real estate agents, you feel the disruption changing. Talk of the real estate industry is, Redfin, Zillow, they're changing the world. So for both referral-based local realtors and mortgage professionals, it's really what Amazon and Zillow can't do. That's what y'all need to do. So let's get into the principles. I created a recent article. It's in LinkedIn. I'll put a link down below, whether you're watching this in Facebook or YouTube, link down below with a link to this article. But, principle number one is the mortgage pro with the most digital friends wins. And this goes for real estate too. If you're a realtor, it's not enough just to be friends with someone. You got to connect on social. You got to connect with your digital devices. Let's face it, if the Titanic was sinking today, people would be in the water taking pictures. That's the world we live in. It's much different than it has been in the past. This is a quote, one of my favorite quotes from last year. Technology isn't going to replace loan officers, but loan officers who master tech will absolutely replace those. Here's the updated 2019 quote. Disruptors in tech aren't going to replace local realtors and loan officers, but realtors and loan officers who master both technology and social media will absolutely crush those who don't. So let's get into some more concepts, and then let's get into some scripts and tactics. So I want you to write this down: tailor, teach, lead. It's more important than ever that if you're going to have an advantage as a local provider, you need to ask better questions. You need to teach your clients something they didn't already know, and you need to lead with them. You need to have a leadership role. And you need to give a better presentation. This is a process I learned from a mentor of mine and my speaker coach, Roberto Monaco. Always go into every presentation with great opening. Always pre-frame your story and your strategy, and then have a close. Most loan officers do not do a very good job of this. And so let's bring this down to mortgage coach land, and let's bring this down to specific, strategies in today's market. What is your in-office experience? If you're a local referral-based mortgage professional, I am seeing a trend of more local referral-based professionals getting face-to-face. But don't just get face-to-face. Get face-to-face, make a friend, make a digital friend. Use your technology to educate them, and make sure you wow them. Make sure that they're like, whoa, I hadn't thought of my mortgage that way, or, oh, I didn't know that I could build wealth faster with real estate, with this strategy. And let's face it, you can't meet everybody. So make sure that when you deliver your mortgage advice and your options, you're winning that war on the mobile device, and you're winning that battle, for trust and attention. This is a first-time home buyer in a Pete's coffee shop getting a rep versus own, saying, should I buy in 3 days with the realtor I'm working with, make the offer I need to, or should I wait 3 months, or should I wait 3 years? The mortgage professional that can create the most urgency and the most value wins. So if you're active in the mortgage coach community, you know this acronym TCA, you know what a total cost analysis is and what it does do. I'm going to walk you through a couple strategic frameworks that will help you absolutely crush spring home buying season. First and foremost, you've got to change your experience you deliver. Most loan officers are spending all their time on transaction, very little time on advice, not enough time on lead gen, and just completely missing the boat on their past customers. This is the mortgage coach model. This is what we teach. This is what we train. Let's use automation. Let's make the transaction more efficient, more effective, more automated, and let's expand the box of advice. Let's deliver a better experience, and let's crush past clients. Let's make sure that we're optimizing our past clients. So here's some scripts. This one is what not to do. Don't focus on how fast you are. Don't focus on how great your rates are. I'm not saying that that's not a conversation, but that shouldn't be your value prop. And this certainly should not be your presentation. It should not be a fee worksheet. That is delivering price and speed. And if you want to get rate shop, if you want to give lots of price exceptions, if you want to, as I put it, play checkers in the mortgage business, that's how you do it. That will not be the fastest path to profits and production in spring home buying season. This is, every time you meet with a buyer, have a better opening. Remember I talked at the beginning or a few minutes ago about open? So be more strategic about how you open the conversation, how you're positioning yourself. Be someone that is positioning yourself based off of, I help families build wealth and prosperity with real estate by making smarter mortgage decisions. I manage mortgages over time. And then be able to show them, say something, and then show something that shows that you're better. Like if you say this and deliver this, that's not how to crush spring home buy season. Say this: Jeremy Forcier, $100 million, 5 years in a row, leader of a big group. he always talks about how he impacts and improves the lives of others through responsible home ownership because good people deliver good advice. If you met with Jeremy and you were a family and he said this and then he delivered this, you're less likely to rate shop him. And when you do, if you do, you're more likely to still go with him. Kelly Zitlow, $80 million producer in Scottsdale, Arizona, she always talks to families about how her mission is to deliver an honest, well-communicated, knowledge-based experience. And then she delivers this, she delivers a mortgage coach, total cost analysis, video, amplify your humanity, personally connect, show strategies, not just options. You notice that, she's labeling them as strategies. She's showing different periods of time, and there's a science to that. And I'm going to get to that in a minute. The best loan officers, do not deliver fee worksheets. They show the cost of the loan over different periods of time. There's an art and a science to success. And part of that science is showing people the cost over different windows of time. Also, make all your options with graphs and charts. Graphs and charts are more professional. It makes it easier for a family to understand their options. It makes it easier to say, hey, I deliver a compelling experience. I help you do this. And then you can show that you actually do. Josh Metal, another amazing loan officer. And one of the things I love about Josh is not only does he personally brand himself really well, integrate the TCA, the way he pre-frames the total cost analysis. Remember I talked about, a framework, this framework: open, pre-frame, story, close. So the opening, really simple. Have a strong opening. Come up with yours. Post it in the Mortgage Coach Facebook group. And then before you give the TCA, have a great pre-frame. My total cost analysis is going to make selecting a mortgage program ridiculously simple for you. That's powerful. Michelle Town, $100 million producer in Southern California. I'm going to be sending you a 3-minute video that's going to change your life. Please take a moment to listen to it. Again, every time Michelle delivers a total cost analysis, she's putting her video in it. So how do you pre-frame Mortgage Coach? We've got a Facebook post going right now. If you're watching this, make sure you share how you're pre-framing Mortgage Coach, but make it awesome. And then more key concepts. If you want to crush it during spring home buying season, make sure you're presenting, leveraging mobile devices and video. Everybody gets a video. And last, and certainly not least, when it comes to playing, as I said, checkers, monthly payment, cash to close, to playing chess, these are chess moves. Show how to reduce interest costs. Show how to prepay the mortgage faster. Show how to build wealth faster by investing, the money in different places. These are the Mortgage Coach moves, teaching people something they always remember, teaching something they hadn't considered, and delivering this multi-sensory experience. This is the way you're going to crush spring home buying season. Another key concept before we wrap this up, I want to keep it under 20 minutes, but I want to give you guys a few more spring buying home ideas. Crush it with realtors. Make sure that you are not just telling people how fast you are, how great your rates are, how you keep promises, how you communicate well. Convince them, make them understand that you create urgency with first-time home buyers. You create urgency with move-up home buyers. If they've got a move-up home buyer, you're going to help that family pick the right loan. I've got a great story right now in our Mortgage Coach Facebook group where there was someone who was moving up. They thought they needed to put more than 20% down. By the time the loan officer helped them, gave them advice, they were moving up into a new home. They were actually paying off some debts, so they were actually lowering their monthly payment, and they had enough left over for an investment property because the loan officer knew how to play mortgage chess, because the loan officer knew how to create urgency, knew how to improve conversion. Quick, I think this is one of the best video interviews I've done. It's definitely one of the most liked and most shared. But I also wrote a LinkedIn article on what are the 5 questions to ask every single realtor at every single first meeting. So always start off by asking them, how are you having success right now? What are some of your biggest pain points in the market? How many families do you plan to help? I'm going to go right to my favorite question. If you could change anything about your mortgage process, what would it be and why? When Jeremy asked these 5 questions, again, this is the guy who's done 3,000 total cost analysis, more than 3,000. It always comes down to communication. And then he's always able to take the answers that the realtor has from these questions and drive it into, well, let me show you how I communicate. Let me show you how I create urgency. Let me show you how I deliver a better mortgage experience that's going to help you sell more homes, close more homes. Another big idea I got, and it was thanks to one of Jeremy's realtor partners, Nicole Solari, who sold 198 sides last year. She's big on digital open houses. And if you read our LinkedIn article, if you listen to some of my interviews with her, she gives you the actual script. So it's all about a digital open house. So making sure that you're not just doing a pure, paper open house, you're doing a paperless open house. And what this helps you do, I just did a mastermind event with a branch and a power user mortgage coach. It helps give you a reason to give more value to the family and to create that digital relationship. In your scripting, you're asking them, hey, would you like me to forward the mortgage options for this house? Oh, let me text it to you. Let me email it to you. Oh, would you like to get more information on this house? Here, I'll text it to you. I'll email it to you. So again, listen to the interview, read the article, paperless open houses, spring home buying 2019, big strategy, big idea to get more homes and make more money. So just kind of wrapping it up, you are in the Mortgage Coach community. We charge for our technology. Community, we do not charge for. If you are not a Mortgage Coach member, it's as simple as going to our website, signing up today, costs $90 a month. Or if you choose not to pay us $90 a month, you're going to lose a loan a month. Not using Mortgage Coach costs you loans. So that is the technology piece of Mortgage Coach. It's the total cost analysis that I've shown you multiple times throughout this conversation. And then we have the Rate Watch. It's another app that measures and manages mortgage-backed securities. Red means rates are getting worse, and you could have midday price changes. Green means rates are doing better. It does a whole lot more than that, but think of this. It helps you be an expert. It helps you look smart. It helps you be smart. And then it's the total cost analysis. So that's the technology part of Mortgage Coach. That's this first area. And then there's our community. And if you're watching this, and you're watching it from our YouTube channel, just make sure you subscribe so that you get alerts every time a new video comes in. That's free. That is our gift to the mortgage industry. We work really hard to make this the Netflix for mortgage professionals. Only difference is you make money when you're watching Mortgage Coach videos, and it's helping you execute faster, teaching you ideas like the seller buy down. We've got a playlist called Mortgage Strategies where we talk about move up strategies, rent versus own strategies, just making you smarter. And then I personally think any mortgage professional that's serious about being their best is just crazy if they're not joining and engaging in our Facebook group. There's some great Facebook groups out there, but I can assure you there's none where there's more successful loan officers who close over 100 loans a year that are active, answering questions, adding value in the Mortgage Coach Facebook group. So it's Mortgage Coach Productivity Mastermind. We don't charge for that. So hopefully, this has been I've shared a few good ideas. I've told you how you could engage with the Mortgage Coach community. Go to our website today. If you're not already active, it's $90 a month. Or if you don't sign up, it's going to cost you a loan. And make sure if you are a member or you're thinking about it, connect in our communities. Hopefully you got some good ideas. If you have other ideas or you have questions, post them in comments below. And if you're a Mortgage Coach loan officer and you have a great spring home buying strategy that's working for you, share that in comments. Put a video of what you're doing in our Facebook group. We love to learn from our amazing community, and hopefully this was a valuable 20 minutes of your time. Take care and see you on our Friday call or our Tuesday call. Every Tuesday, every Friday, 9 to 10, we are here to lead and add value. Take care.